An invitation to the dance.
Hello everyone. So for anyone that hasn't checked out my return video yet, there's a link for that above. But today I want to talk about my dad and his book and the talks that he's presently doing around the States. Now I know a lot of you already know my dad. Some of you have bought the book and at least one of you, Matt, has gone to see him talk in England. But for those who are completely unaware, let me fill you in. So my dad also has a YouTube channel of his own. You can find that at youtube.com/StephenJones57. Now on his channel he talks about his ET contact experiences, better known as alien abductions, although he personally doesn't like to use that term anymore due to the stigma and negative connotations that have been attached to the term over the years. Not only does he talk about these experiences on his YouTube channel, but he's also written a book all about them. Now this book is called An Invitation to the Dance, and you can buy it on Amazon.com or .co.uk. Now this book is basically a compilation of all of the most memorable ET contact experiences that have happened to him throughout his life. But that is dumbing it down, because it is so much more than that. There's two main themes that run through the book: experiences and food for thought. The food for thought sections are where the book really shines, because unlike other books of this nature, it doesn't just present the experiences to you and say, the end. It ties the experiences into the bigger picture. How they've affected him as a person, how they've allowed him to grow and evolve, how these experiences tie into our species evolution. It really goes into detail. Goes into real depth about what is going on here, What do these mean? It's not just little grey men coming down and giving you an anal probe. It means something. What it means is certainly up for interpretation, though. It could be literal. It could be that there's literally other entities from other planets coming to our planet and interacting with us. But then, why are they interacting with us? What does it mean? How do they get here? Where do they come from? What are their intentions? Or maybe it's something a lot less literal. Maybe there's something quite abstract going on here. Maybe these experiences are actually really quite transcendental, but are being interpreted and translated by our human mind as contact with extraterrestrial life. What about if it's actually contact with the deep, dark regions of our unexplored subconscious? Or what about if it's just mass delusion? What about if our species is going through some sort of psychotic breakdown and we're all hallucinating these things? That's also a possibility. I'm open to all possibilities. However, something's going on. Something is happening here. So it's worth exploring. And that's exactly what my dad does in his book. Another thing to keep in mind with this book is it's really for everyone. It's not just for people that are into the whole ET thing. It's for your man. It's for your brother. It's for your sister. It's for kids, for adults, it's for everyone. It's elegantly written, but it's easy to follow. And there's a real important message there for everyone. Not just for people into this niche kind of scene. It's for humanity. It's a book for humanity. So I highly recommend it. I read it a few months back and it's a great read. I flew through it, to be honest. I literally read it in 2 or 3 days, so it is a real page turner. The other alternative to buying the book online is to buy a book from him in person, because he's actually doing some talks around the States at the moment. He's doing talks at UFO conferences, spiritual, metaphysical conferences, and he's actually talking alongside some pretty cool people like John Major Jenkins, so it'll be worth coming along to these talks, not just for him, but for the whole day. I'm also going to be at some of these conferences, so please don't hesitate to come up and say hello. Okay, so down below there's going to be a link to a list of his tour dates, as well as a link to his Amazon page where his book's being sold, as well as a link to his YouTube channel. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to sign out. I love you all, and hopefully I'll see some of you at the conferences. Okay, ciao for now. Bye.
Greetings one and all. Here I am sitting in the garden of my Eureka Springs cottage, and all is well. As you can see, all the lovely flowers behind me, and there's a clear blue sky above me, and all is well. Thank you, Reese, for your wonderful comments about my book and about the forthcoming tour. I do appreciate it, my darling son. I'm going to be at the Ozark UFO conference this coming weekend, and it would be absolutely fabulous if you could travel and come and see me and come and say hello. That'd be great. It's a wonderful conference. It's in Eureka Springs, Inn of the Ozarks. There's a Best Western, and we're going to have a real good time. Then I will be talking down in Fayetteville shortly, in Arkansas, and then we are down into Texas, me, Annie and Reese. The three gypsies will be travelling down for talks throughout Texas. So look at my itinerary on my blog site, and please, please, please come and join us. But just remember one thing, with regards to my garden, with my flowers and everything in life, not everything is as it appears to be. Here I am out on my book tour, and thank you for watching this video. Thank you once again to Reese for all the lovely things he said, and hopefully I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.